Hello, everyone, and welcome to the G Suite training module of the asynchronous training. In this module, we will be talking about the Google Drive, especially the shared drive, the Google Calendar, which you will be using to schedule one-on-ones with your students, as well as the Gmail. So let's get started. I'll share my screen as we go. So here we are at the drive. Once you're at the drive, you're going to go to share drives and you should have access to the Scholastic Assistant resources for 2024 and 2025. If you are a returner, make sure you're on the correct year because you might have the year prior, but make sure you're on the 2024 and 2025. So here you'll have a bunch of these folders. We try to organize it as best as possible. So you'll have the 2024 resources, budget and reimbursement resources, which is important for when you're programming and you do need a reimbursement form to send to Alexis. Feedback forms as well as spring 2025 resources. The most important folder right now that you're going to check out is the 2024 resources. And here you'll have the fall, spring, and summer resources. We're in the summer right now, so a bunch of the content has been uploaded here. Here you'll find email scripts for both your faculty advisor as well as your students. Make sure you're reading the titles of the documents though, because some of them are Engage essay specific, like these right here. So make sure you're in the right place. If you're not an engaged essay, just disregard these, just because they have transfer specific language. And then so in these templates, you'll have who you're supposed to send it to. It says to send it, CC your FSA. Obviously send it to your students or your faculty advisor, as well as like what you put in the subject line, and then most of these documents, whatever is highlighted is what you have to change and make it specific to your class. But it's pretty straightforward. The due dates are on here as well.
Yes, we have, yeah, we have 4 transcripts.
Okay.
We don't have to, we have 8 transcripts.
And then here we have the timeline. And you can refer back to this. I did send this to you in an email before. Most of these links are working, but some of them will be updated as we get closer to those due dates. So this summer folder is what's most important right now, but there are things in the fall resources folder that have been uploaded, such as the Bazaar script, one-on-one resources, which you'll find a bank of check-in questions for one-on-ones, and some one-on-one guidelines, as well as the fall 2024 essay meeting excuse form, which is important if you have a conflicting schedule with one of our events. You would have to fill this out, and I will decide if we can excuse you or not. So whenever you need to check out this meeting excuse form, just know that it's in the fall 2024 resources as soon as you click that box. The drive will be updated as the school year goes on, but we tried to label everything as clear as possible and put it in the right place so it can be easy for you to access. But if you have trouble finding something, please reach out to the FSA or myself or Oscar, only after that you've looked everywhere possible. All right, so now let's move on to the Google Calendar. So we're going to use this Google Calendar when you're going to schedule a one-on-one with your students. The good thing about Google Calendar is that it notifies whoever is invited to an event 10 minutes prior to the event. So it reminds the students maybe they forgot something, so they have 10 minutes to reach La Paloma from, I don't know, Saints. So that's pretty nice. It'll give a notification. So the way that you do this is, for me, I have a Scholastic Chair calendar. What you're going to do is set up a Scholastic Assistant calendar, and you do that by adding a calendar from here. And then you're going to schedule your one-on-one by going to create, go to event, and I'm going to do a test one-on-one, but yours will just be a one-on-one. with your student and make sure their name is on it, their location's on it. So let's say it'll start at 1 o'clock to 1:30, and you'll just adjust the time because it will be just like about 30 minutes. We'll add a guest. Let's add Oscar here. Let's do Oscar's name. Let's do an add location. So let's do Bosley, because we're right next to Bosley Cafe. All right. And then you're gonna make sure for the calendar, it's gonna be under your Scholastic assistant, and mine will be under the Scholastic chair. And I'll save it, and then this little pop-up will come up saying, would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? And this will be great because then they get notified that a one-on-one has been scheduled. They get information of when it is, where it is, and then of course that notification that I told you about 10 minutes before. All right, so now let's move on to Gmail. So I know our email boxes as college students can be a lot. You get emails from a bunch of different places. You get emails from USD, maybe some scholarship emails, but there is a way to label and sort messages. And this is great when you're seeing a bunch of emails from us at the Learning Communities office. So to create a label, you're going to open Gmail. At the top right here, you're going to open settings. And you're going to go to see all settings. Scroll to the labels section. Let's see. Where's the labels section? Oh, right here. Perfect. Labels section. Open Gmail. And then create a new label. So then you're going to do Scholastic Assistant. Create. All right. And then some caveats from this is that Gmail label names can only be up to 225 characters long. That should be more than enough. You can also create nested labels, which are like subfolders. And that could be even more helpful for when you want to be organized even further. In a way that you create a filter and automatically label an email. So in the search box at the top, click the show search options. And then you enter terms to match the specific messages. So for example, to filter and label emails from an account, in the form field, enter the email address. So if I wanted to see something from Oscar, I would just search that. And then everything from Oscar that he has shared or emailed to me, I will have right there. So at the bottom of the search window, you can create the filter as well. So this is create filter. And then you can do any of these actions, but I just needed to look for it. And then, so I just click search. So then you scroll and apply the label, choose label, and then you create the filter. Let's see, let's try to do that. Create filter. Always mark it as important. Create filter. So then it's going to be in my important folder. So Oscar, all of Oscar's emails will be here. All right, so that is the G Suite training. Please let me know if you have any questions. But I know most of you are familiar with everything Google, like the Google Drive that you use probably for other classes, Google Calendar to stay organized, and then Gmail, because we have a bunch of emails from professors in Canvas that go through there. So hopefully that was straightforward. Let me know if you need any other help. But yeah, have a good rest of your day.